This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your card up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs.
It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Guys, it's that time again. It's in the ring with the greatest faction podcast history. Backbreaker Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travis T.
And not only am I the slayer of factions, but apparently I am also the slayer of stream. Nubby, the amazing turtle.
And I am the consigliere to Tony Gabagool and the LIM. Pacman is back, man.
You're the slayer of what?
Streaming.
Oh.
I forgot the ing in the stream.
I heard strange, which is also true.
Yeah, I'm the slayer of strange too, but yeah,
How's
streaming. Going with streaming.
Nubby.
Yeah.
Well, say his name and he appears. Pacman is. Nothing from chicken Big Macs to being stuck in things.
And glad to be back this week for sure.
Thank God, because I was tired of just making up lies of why you weren't
here.
Well, the chicken wasn't a total lie.
That could be true.
He won't admit it. He won't admit it.
I won't admit it. I mean, I'm not going to confirm nor deny that I took a second chance on a chicken Big Mac and spent a good chunk of that day in the toilet. I won't confirm or deny that. I won't confirm or deny that I was stuck in various places, but that's probably on me because I decided to wear Velcro to the carpet store.
Okay.
You do wear Velcro sandals.
Fucking sandals, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, though. It would look weird if the sandals had laces. I'm just saying.
You mean shoes?
Yeah, exactly. It would look weird. Like, so weird. Like, very unusual. See my toesies, and then you see this in the laces. It's just, it doesn't... the fashion police would be after me. And then I'd have another set of problems that I'd have to deal with.
You don't have enough stepchildren
I don't
or
have any
religious followers who wear
I'm not a cult leader.
Sandals.
I call them very, very nice shoes, I'll have you know.
They are the same exact sandals you have children wear. Fucking like splash pads and like water slide parks. Because they can't just wear normal sandals.
So the one thing I'll give you this. I think the one thing that would make them stand out more if they had like the little light up things at the bottom. So every time I stepped, it'd just be like a whole bunch of flashing lights and craziness, and I would be a one-man rave. I'm just saying. Think about it.
So we got match cards and results to go over. A lot of them. Pacman's back, so he could cover his shit. Well, Nubby, what did you think about last week? Starting with the main event stuff.
I think it was different.
Well, we could do that this week. And then I can get all my talking done and nap over here while you guys finish the rest of the shit.
if that's what you want to do, boss.
I know. No, let's go with your. Let's go through your guys' stuff. You can do SCW at the end. So. Besides, there's an announcement at SCW you may not like, and I don't want to wait. I don't want to ruin the show for you.
Oh, yay.
Travis is burying the lead, it appears.
Little foreshadowing for you. Somebody you hate is getting more airtime. So.
Santino?
Not Fanny Pack Chad. Hell no.
Yeah.
But let's start with let's do results. Let's get those started up because I heard something huge happened at Frontline Pro that I'm really excited to dive into.
Oh, I am ready to make that announcement.
Let's start with Frontline Pro. Frontline Pro. Let's start there.
All right, let's go in hot and stuff. So yeah, Frontline Pro had the Freedom Cup. Winner of said Freedom Cup gets a cup, trophy, and they become number one contender. Or, well, you can't really say number one contender because number one contender is more the guy that gets the next title shot, right?
And this one's on until April?
May.
It was May. Oh, it's worse.
They got to wait until May. But
so I guess it's like a future title opportunity.
Right. And Honor Bound's like one of their, big shows, so I guess it makes sense. So
yeah, but so because Frontline Pro before now, weren't they like every other month?
Just about, maybe every few months when they first started.
So maybe that's why it's so unique or so weird now, because when they first did the first Honor Bound, it's probably like maybe one or two shows in between November and May.
Right.
So whoever fucking runs Frontline Pro or whatever needs to. Is it still Ben?
Can we say
somebody? It's fine.
Oh, we're gonna say his name.
Yeah, he has no
later.
fucking power. He has no power right now.
I can't wait to actually say his name.
What's he gonna do? Drive down here from Green Bay, break into my house and beat me up? Or is that his real life? I still don't fucking know.
Can he see over the steering wheel?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I can barely see over the steering wheel.
Wisconsin. I don't know if he can fucking drive. Yeah, so I mean, maybe they need to kind of update that then. But yeah, go ahead, Nubs.
So not only was it the Freedom Cup.
It's
Sorry,
Monday.
I'm chewing on something. We had a special. It's a peppermint thing.
Peppermint.
They had.
Hey, pause it. I mean,
It's a peppermint. That's all I know.
I mean a peppermint.
It's a peppermint.
It's a mint made of pepper.
Like an actual peppermint that has like the swirl red on the outside.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So it's not like an Altoid or a Tic Tac.
No, it's just a good old peppermint. You like a free one you see in a basket at certain places. You just grab and go.
Where you at? You're grabbing free peppermints.
Actually, they were given to us a while ago. I just happened to have one sitting on my desk.
Who gave you? I've invested. Who gave you the peppermint?
I don't know where my parents got them. I just took them off the kitchen table. So
just to be clear, you stole peppermint
off my own table.
You literally stole candy
off my own table.
How dare you, Nubby?
That could have been for like a child, and you literally stole a child's candy
off my own. Well, actually, wait, I take that back. Hold on. The one I took, or the ones I should say, because I took many.
Oh, you took so much candy.
It was actually in a bowl with Butterfingers that Betty Cena happened to have. So I took it from her.
I just want you to be clear. This is the origin story of Heel Nubby. Here, this is the origin story.
Hey, I don't know where they originally came from. I just know they were in my house, and I grabbed them. So once it's in the house, it's all free to me.
Just stealing random fucking candy. Not even
it's okay.
Player, stream hexer, candy stealer.
Right.
That's right. It was the stream hexer. Whatever.
Jesus Christ.
And you know what? I don't feel bad, honestly. Should have known better.
Not many heels do, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But you did win your match on that stream.
Well, duh.
Which was not in real life.
Who was there wrestling?
It was you tagging with Joseph Von Jaeger, and we were doing a stream with Scurryface, and you were taking on a tag team. I'm blanking on the name right now, but there was members of that Scurryface roster in a steel cage match. Joseph Von Jaeger, by the way, he just kind of left in the middle of the match and just like escaped the cage and left you on your own, but you still came out on top in the end.
Sounds about right.
So solid job there.
But in case you're wondering, yes, I did put a hex on Maximus Orion. He deserved it. Sorry that the whole stream got messed up, but that means the whole thing was doomed. Much like the field goal kick by the Bears.
Too soon. But I knew that was coming anyway.
It's fine. They're sending it into the front, I don't know what NFL. They're sending it to the headquarters because they can't accept their loss. Freedom Cup, Nubby.
Freedom Cup. Kurt Angle was a special guest. From what I understand, a couple members of the Rapture tried to belittle Kurt Angle, but didn't work out. And a couple people made the save, and they ran like a couple of bitches, and that was that.
I saw photos that Steve got a chance to sit down with Kurt Angle.
He did. You got to interview him.
But it wasn't for the Power Hours or something else.
It was a Frontline Pro interview segment.
Oh, okay. So it's not even like recorded or anything. It's for the.
Oh no, I think it was recorded because it was, and it wasn't in front of the audience. It was before the show.
Oh, I wonder if it's for Benjamin's YouTube channel. He said he was gonna bury me on or some shit.
Probably.
I thought the cemetery vlogs were last month.
They were huge downloads, a lot of subscribers. Thanks, fan.
Epic.
Something Ben never got in his life. So Freedom Cup did happen. In the first round matches, I guess we can call it the first round or semifinals, whatever it was.
I want to try something. I want you to tell me the matchups, and I'll tell you. I want to guess who wins because I don't know the results yet, but I want to see how close I get.
Okay. Oh, great. Quinn Whittick versus Skits.
Quinn.
Ding, ding, ding.
I thought I was going to be wrong the first time out. There we go.
Shaq Jordan versus Congo Kong.
Shaq Jordan.
Ding, ding, ding.
Twice.
Warhorse versus Sierra.
Tough, Warhorse.
Ding, ding, ding. And special side note, Sierra was actually a replacement for Cal Hero, who could not make it.
You know what? I think I'd rather see Sierra wrestle anyways.
Right.
That is fair.
And then Avalon versus Gringo Loco.
Yeah, that one's hard. I'm going to go Avalon, though, because I love that dude.
Ding, ding, ding. So you are 4 for 4.
Look at that. The Trav is 4 for 4.
All right.
Like Wendy's, but without the shits.
Essentially.
So those were the 4 matches, and the winners of each match did wrestle in a fatal 4-way. But we will get to that.
Oh, really? Okay, because I thought they were going to do semifinals and finals. Okay.
No, they just went right to it.
Good. You know what? Fuck yeah. Was it elimination or first fall?
I believe it was first fall.
Man, God.
I believe, but I'm not sure. But
I'm going to tell you right now. Anyone out there who fucking wants to book a fatal 4-way in the future, I don't care if it's CSW, RPW, SCW, IPW, do elimination. Fucking, they don't do too many four-man elimination fucking matches. Do elimination. Quit doing this first fall bullshit. Get down to it.
Well, then
right.
You'll be happy. You'll be happy with CSW when we get to that.
CSW knows what's up. Fuck you, yeah. RPW and SCW.
Oh, man. All right, so Jared Jacks win wins the Bakerville Brawl to become the first ever Bakerville champion. The Rapture defeated MPH to retain the tag team championships.
I cheated.
All right, here's the four-way. Who do you think won between Warhorse, Whittick, Shaq, and Avalon?
But what if we had Kurt Angle to the mix? Because he was there.
Yeah, but he wasn't there in the match. So.
Oh.
My guess is, if I remember correctly, Rapture's trying. No, it's not. No, I'm getting ARW mixed up. Because it's AFA who's trying to get Quinn Whittick in with them. It's not the Rapture trying to get Quinn in with them.
Well, technically, Quinn is part of the Rapture.
Quinn is part of the Rapture. Okay. So is it man who's a member of the Rapture or the previous trophy winner, Warhorse, Avalon? Ooh. I am going to go. Everything in my being is saying Quinn Whittick won. I'm gonna go Whittick. Let's say Quinn won the cup.
Pacman, what's your?
I'm gonna say Joey Avalon.
Avalon's my second just because he's huge in Wisconsin, but I go Quinn.
Well, you're both wrong.
Oh, so it was Warhorse?
Yes, Warhorse won.
Oh, it was Warhorse. I'm gonna say it's Warhorse. Final answer. Lock it in.
It's locked.
Okay, did I get it?
As cool as would have been for Shaq to go back to back. I mean, fun gift for Warhorse, man.
All right.
Is it Warhorse or is it CSW?
It's the same guy. Warhorse, Jake Parnell, goes by both names. It's the same thing essentially. So.
Just trying to figure out how people are living their lives in wrestling these days. I guess the old, it's like before the Hate Keepers Warhorse. What we're seeing today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good for him. Good for him. Now he gets to take on the champion.
Yes. And
I know who it ain't.
I know. And I'm going to start this with a little celebration.
That was a very little celebration.
Hey, I stuck with a little celebration there. And the reason for this little celebration, even though it's a big celebration, it's huge news.
Huge.
It's
So huge.
Josh Price defeated Ben McCoy to become the new Frontline Pro champion.
He did it for my socks.
I saw that coming. I don't know why. I just knew it.
I've just been so happy about that. My socks did not deserve that treatment, and now they're avenged.
It was good when I saw Steve's post. It's gonna happen to a nicer dude. I'm curious on how. So, do you have notes on how he lost?
I do. Okay. There actually is some footage out there, and it could come into question. Now, this would be against what I stand for, but because it is Ben McCoy, and because he deserves it, the referee was distracted, and a one-armed Kid Lat came in and knocked out Ben McCoy. But
the one-armed Kid Lat. Okay.
But Josh Price did hit a finisher. So technically, we don't know if the hit by Kid Lat would have been the factor or not. It just happened.
To me, referee's decision's final. So
and it is Ben McCoy, so who cares?
Yeah, fuck that dude. I mean, we all know he's gonna grant himself a rematch next month.
He'll create that opportunity for himself, you might say, because he is the creator.
I almost made it up to Frontline, though. It was definitely a show I really wanted to see. Not because of Kurt Angle, because I heard Angel was there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she asked. She's like, hey, you going to be up at Frontline? I'm like, why? You going to be there? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I mean, I would love to see Aaron Xavier retain his tag team championship, even though he's on the wrong side of things right now. Still, huge fan of Evil Gains and Evil. She's like, yeah, Kurt Angle's going to be there. I'm like, ah. Of course, I would have loved to have gotten my Funko.
That would have been splendid.
That would have been awesome. I have 4 hours just to get Funko. And take it to a wrestling show. Buy a hotel room. Drive back. 2025, though. I will be in Frontline. I don't know which show yet, but I will be.
But now I have nothing to fight McCoy for.
Pride.
So,
Pride mostly.
and not much to fight over. He's got nothing.
Why don't you grab Jay Thunder and go for those Frontline titles?
But see, now you're twisting my arm here. I mean, I can do it.
Which one, the healthy one or the healthy one?
Yeah, good one.
He was cleared by Dr. Turtle.
But yeah, that was Frontline Pro Freedom Cup. I believe there is a show in December, but I could be wrong.
There is.
There is? Well,
was looking through, or wait, let me double check, because I think I got to that as I was putting together all of the things.
I think it's the 14th.
I think you are correct. Yeah. I think so.
I mean, it was either 7, 14, or 21, and I don't think it was a week before Christmas, and they don't do it the first week of December.
I will double check. Right? Oh, wait, no, that's 2025.
Okay, so you agreed with me. I'll even verify. Good job.
Exactly. Yeah, no, you were right. The 14th. That did sound correct to me.
What's the name of the show?
Contact.
Oh, I thought it would have been former champ. Okay.
Treated.
Yeah, maybe that'll be the title of the show. Ben McCoy lost.
Do it. Do it. Yeah. So we'll
awesome.
See you at Contact or not.
Yeah. So congratulations to the new Frontline Pro Heavyweight Champion. I guess both the inaugural. What are they called? Bakersville.
Bakerville champion. Yeah.
Bakerville. Congratulations to the inaugural Bakerville champion. Congratulations to the Cup winner, and congratulations to the new heavyweight champion. So a lot of crownings. I'm sure Steve was excited, along with his new commentator or whoever. I guess she's a commentator. Yeah. So congratulations to. I'm sure Steve was excited to see that. So I'm surprised that Steve wasn't involved in the decision, because when I heard they had a new champion, I was like, Steve had to have been part of that.
Or maybe he knew Kid Lat would have been part of it.
Maybe he drove Kid Lat up there.
There's a good chance.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that kid's old enough to drive himself. Let
alone drive with one arm.
Right? Yeah, I mean, no one knows how to drive.
And then how would curfew work when you think about it?
Exactly, he's a child.
As long as you're with an adult.
That's right.
Oh yeah, so he's okay.
It's in his name, for God's sakes. Lat. Cool. What we got next?
Oh, what would you like to do?
Oh, what we got?
What do you want?
We got Destination 6. I can talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about D6.
All right. Destination 6 this past weekend, they had a show, and it was called This Is Our Destiny. This card was loaded with matches. And Tommy Davis defeated Mason and Angel. Nasty Nick defeated Exac. Brohemoth continued his domination.
Hold on. Yeah. Nasty Nick defeated who?
Exac. X-A-C. So I'm pronouncing it how it's...
No, it's fine, because it sounded like said egg sack.
Not egg sack. He beat a sack of eggs.
That's what I'm feeling like. What the fuck is like? Okay.
He cracked him and thought it was pretty over. It was over pretty easy. I tried so hard on that one.
No, you did, yeah. Yeah, you threw it out there 3 times. Yeah.
Just about.
You fucking nailed that landing though. A little bit of turbulence, but you fucking landed that one.
I got you guys. Brohemoth continues his dominance by defeating Shank Barzini. Oliver Kane retained the Destination 6 Midwest Express Championship against Percy Drews. Tootie Lynn became... Tootie Lynn... Okay, the way that they wrote the note did not make sense, but now that I'm reading it, it makes sense. It was a non-title match for the Women's Championship. That was won by Tootie Lynn, who faced Women's Champion Ashlyn Alexander and Elaney. And Mickey Midas retained the Destination 6 World Heavyweight Championship against Sage Phillips. That is Destination 6. This is their last show of the calendar year, and their next show is January 25th.
Who gave you the notes, Pax?
I got them off of the Destination 6 Facebook page.
Nubby, where'd you get your results from?
Steve.
Shout out to Steve. Thank you. And thanks to Destination 6 for giving information on that. Okay, cool. I want to make sure we do thank people who give us our shit. So before you do results, mention it. If they came from the Facebook, we don't have to do it. Like I got my SCW stuff from the board, but also half of it's me, so thank me. But like, yeah, this way we can acknowledge those who help us make our show go forward, like Steve or BJ or Missy or the Cupcake Lady or fucking I don't know whoever's given us fucking results before in the past and shit like that. And it'd be nice to recognize them a little bit.
Acknowledge them, if you will.
So we didn't get Megastar results, which that's fine. The Megastars did happen. For those of you who work for Megastars or knows promoters from Megastars, if you want us to talk about the results of your shows, send them in, give them to us so we can talk about them. Because of that, I guess we can move on to CSW.
Yes, we can. Results courtesy of me.
Shout out to Nubby for the clutch.
Hi, guy. You still the official bell ringer?
Yes, I was. So I was ringing that bell and taking my notes at the same time.
They put you in the pre-show battle royal?
No.
Thanks.
But maybe next month I'll stick myself in there.
Just do it.
Yeah. I mean, you are the battle royal champion for 1,956 days.
As I should be.
Yeah, man.
And that stuff. Show people why you held that title for so long.
Right. To quote Triple H to The Undertaker, remember who the fuck you are.
Understood that reference.
I remember.
It's a simple fucking saying. How powerful is that? Remember who the fuck you are. Anyways, CSW was this past weekend.
It was. And again, results courtesy of me because I am me. I am who I am.
Sometimes you bleed, sometimes you give us results. You are who you are.
All right. So on the pre-show, we had a tag team match. It was Count Dante II and Sam Eli defeating King Trell and Ashton Reacher. Then we had
I know Sam Eli. The other ones, they CSW trainees.
Either they're the trainees of CSW or they might be random,
looking for some time and
right.
I know Sam Eli's from CSW. That dude.
I mean,
back to SCW.
See, I haven't been to their school in a long time, so I don't know who's there or not anymore. You see new faces every show. It's actually right by the venue. Pretty close.
Somebody's going to have to show up. Show them how to do some fucking forearms.
Because I got the greatest forearms in the world, right?
Dude, you crush forearms, bro.
I do. And I crush jaws with my forearms.
That's right. Right? You can easily piss people off in the ring. I've seen you do that several times too.
No.
And I eat
Hashtag Rion.
and I eat with my jaw, so I'm gonna make sure not to make you mad.
Right. Take Pax with you. Going through the fucking chop train. Have him learn.
He went last.
Would I have to mute every time I'm in the chop train like I do when the real train comes by?
I would. You don't want to see you cry.
Yeah, I'm ugly when I cry.
Right now, if you can mute your screams while being chopped, I'll be impressed.
Me too.
You're sitting in the corner.
I'll tell you this: I spent a lot of time with Jean-Paul Le Miserat, and he's very quiet. So I picked up a lot of his tricks. So I think I got this.
Why, is he like a mime or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen him yet.
You have
I
not.
haven't seen him in person. I hope to see him at IPW this weekend.
Yeah.
I think I saw that he was there. I don't want to foreshadow the match card, but I thought I saw that he was there.
He will be there, and I will talk about it later.
Perfect. Awesome. JFW.
The Futures Battle Royal happened.
You weren't in it?
No, I wasn't. But Nick Cotis was, and he'd won the match. I think this is 2 in a row by Nick Cotis. I think now I really have to be in that Battle Royal. I got to stop his streak. Merry Christmas.
Streak stopper.
Yeah.
Streak Slayer.
Hell yeah.
Stream Hexer.
I still don't feel
Slayer.
bad. I don't feel bad for Maximus. Felt bad for Simbu, but that's his fault if he had to keep restarting the damn stream.
Oh, there's one thing I learned about fucking Maximus Orion. Regardless, if he feels bad, fucking parents will just buy him something to make him feel better. Like they did with Frontline Pro Wrestling. Oh, I'm about to graduate high school. I don't know what to do. Hey, want to own a company? I guess. That means I have to work? Well, we'll help you. Okay, that's better. What am I going to do about all my lights? Oh, I'll do them for you, son. Thanks, Dad. How am I going to pay people? I'll do it. Thanks, Mom. What should I do? Hey, why don't you just go put yourself over in the main event? I guess.
You know, it wouldn't have happened.
Stop me when I'm telling lies. I'm just saying. Fucking dude walking out there in fucking eggshell fucking pants. Looking like, a moron across his fucking ass. I don't fucking know.
And he is a moron. If he didn't suspend me, he wouldn't have got hexed.
Right? Yeah, what is that goofy shit? He came into the ring without a doctor so cleared him. I had to suspend him. I doubt it. Didn't have to.
Didn't have to. Mad. He's just mad because retaliated and did better.
And to further prove that he gets what he wants from his parents, I've yet to hear Shelly or Bill lift that suspension in any type of way. Because why go against the fucking golden boy? Mr. Give everything to him so he doesn't cry.
Like I said last week, too many people in charge and nothing getting done.
Nubby, just saying this, if you need a petition, let Gabagool know. That can happen.
Right. If you want anything done moderately, you go to fucking Gabagool. If you want a case to be put together that ends up being useless, go to Gabagool.
And we're still investigating who paid off.
Oh yeah, you still investigating that?
We are still investigating that.
Here's the thing. Let's say you find out who did it. You gonna have another fucking trial? Is that the process now?
Well, we declared a mistrial, so there's got to be another trial down the line.
Yeah, but you can't charge fucking Maximus with anything that he did. It's about double jeopardy. Done.
It's a mistrial.
I know. He got away with it. Now he's a member of the LIM, scot-free. I don't know who Scott is, dick. But
I mean, me and Simpa are gonna get to the bottom of who paid that off because that was major and
how's that investigation going? It's been what? 2 weeks now?
been a couple weeks. I mean,
Who's your
look,
suspects?
I may
Who are
or
your
may not have.
suspects? Who are your
I may.
suspects?
Well,
Is
I
that-
mean, we're
is
really
that
looking at
George-
Eric Schultz because if
that-
you
is that,
notice that the
Is that beer even alive anymore?
Hold
Knowing
on.
you fucks, you probably popped that son of a bitch open. Key witness is probably gone now.
Exhibit A, I've been keeping it with the evidence.
Is it cold?
It is.
Was hiding out. Gotcha.
Yeah. You just got to make sure the evidence stays fresh.
Is this kind of a witness protection?
No, this is, I've tried to, question Mr. Hulk Hogan. And anytime I ask him a question, all I hear is, that won't work for me, brother. He won't talk. Literally, this beer can will not talk. But I'm suspicious. I think it's Eric Schultz. And if you notice at the end of his closing remarks, he did say, just remember how much I bought you for. Or something to that effect. So, I mean, that is who I'm definitely thinking there's some undeniable shenanigans afoot.
But until you prove it.
Sounds
But,
like LIM's pretty undeniable, but that's just me.
I get it, Nubby. I get it.
I mean, I'm still not in the intro of any of the vlogs or the podcast, but Maximus is.
Maximus is, yeah.
That's okay.
We've been trying to update that, but for whatever reason, Sim's computer has like some sort of virus. So, and he's the one that makes the intros. So we haven't had any new intros made. Maybe I have to think of making some new intros.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when the new intro comes out and their newest inductee is in there and you're not.
What's funny is I was a member before Maximus, and he got in the intro before me, so that's fine.
Because he's the golden boy, Nubsters. Can't go against the golden boy.
Nah.
Golden
boy always wins.
I will take that under consideration, and we'll bring that up to Mr. Tony Gabagool. I'm going to go put the evidence away.
It's kind of wild when you have Gabagool, who's the leader of the guy who's the boss of Gabagool's second in command. That's how that works.
The politics of LIM are very complex.
No, they're dumb. You guys are lunatics.
I think
Gabagool especially, as much as I thought that your unanimous fucking voting was the stupidest fucking thing in the world, because majority should be always not, the court concept is even dumber. Oh, and me and fucking Nubby talked about this. I don't know if you heard about this. It's also amazing how he bitched for months about the way you defended your fucking LIM title, and he did the exact same thing to Double J last month. Or this past month, or whatever the fuck, in this past show.
Well, they did tie.
They did tie because they stopped drinking.
Because of a certain situation that happened.
Oh, boo fuckity who. Somebody went into a wrestling ring and got struck. All hell's bells. You're telling me that you have to fucking stop drinking from that?
Hey, I wasn't there. I wasn't with them. They
right.
forced me to stay in the back during that whole thing.
But you know what? He just did exactly what he bitched about you doing. Not fairly defending your title, making up excuses to retain. And that's all he cared about. They did say, well, we hope for the best for Shelley, but I will be retaining my championship. You think at that time somebody would be like, you know what? I don't need to worry about claiming to still be champion. That should be on the back burner, as I'm worried about Shelley, who stepped into a fucking wrestling ring and got struck. Oh, damn. What an unsuspected thing to happen. Somebody went into a wrestling ring and got struck. Fuck. It doesn't matter who leads the LIM. You're all the fucking same in the end. You're going to look out for yourselves and retain your championships by any means necessary. You did it as the top fan, and now Gabagool's doing it in your place. It's just how it is. And people are going to start realizing that a lot more when he starts making up reasons he's going to be retaining his championship.
I mean, we'll see. I think Double J does get a rematch coming up, if I remember correctly.
Sure he will. I'm sure he will. I'm sure there'll be another reason why it doesn't go through. There'll be another reason why he doesn't fucking win. Probably because he barely fucking drinks because, I don't know, he has church the next morning. Fucking dude gets tipsy off one little sip of the blood of God. Anyways, CSW, Nubby.
CSW is also a thing.
It is. All right, so we had Lily Pascadita taking on Sierra. Prior to the match, Sierra sent Joey Avalon to the back. She wanted to do this all by herself.
Which is, it's admirable. It's commendable.
Right?
Amazon wanted the same thing from you when she tried to get her title back, and she failed. I'm assuming Sierra lost.
Yeah, Lily got the win. Lily got the win.
Doesn't usually work out when you're like, hey, let me do this shit on my own. It's just kind of a karma thing at that point. Yeah. Look what happened to Shelly. She went into the fucking ring by herself and boom, got fucking smacked. Ass. But anyways, we're not here to talk about Rock and Roll. We're talking about CSW. Rock and Roll's like 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away?
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Some shit like that.
2 weeks.
2 weeks away, yeah, because next week is
Thanksgiving.
So after the match, Joey Avalon did walk back out, and they both were standing.
Hold on a second. Did anyone else hear that, or was that just me?
What did you?
Weird, like a buzzer noise.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear shit.
Weird. Okay, go ahead.
After the match, Joey Avalon did come out. He's looking around. And
God.
when him and Sierra were standing by the ring and just looking down, and you can just tell the disappointment in both of their faces, like what the fuck is going on. But that does come into play later on, and we'll get there. Nathan Nile in a 6-way scramble defeated Joey Pearson, 12 gauge, Benjamin Trust, KJ Carter, and JJ Garrett. And now, speaking of Joey Avalon, he took on Maggie Lee. Now, Joey Avalon told Sierra she has to stay. So she stayed. But she did get sent away by the referee because when Maggie went to go for her moonsault, Sierra got caught grabbing the leg of Maggie Lee. So the referee tossed her right the fuck out. I remember I had to do that once, and I fell when I did it. Kind of weird.
Keep your shoe on, though?
Got my shoe on. I just fell. Well, what it was, I did one of these things and tossed her, and I kind of overdid it and hit the rope, and I bounced back and fell. One of many reasons.
How is that compared to you trying to kick somebody's feet off the rope?
I still remember that.
They're hand in hand.
It's actually more like foot and foot when you think about it.
Well, I was using my hands this time, and whatever. Either way, one of the many reasons why I stopped reffing.
Because you didn't want to eject Sierra.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Looking out for us, Nubby. Good for you.
So then, after all that happened, Maggie Lee, yes, did get the win with her moonsault. But it was a nice back and forth matchup. Avalon could have won many a times. It's just Maggie Lee was just super tough for the night. There was no stopping her. Then we had Big Mood versus Cypher and Adam Stallion. Now, from the beginning of this match, we've been seeing dissension between Cypher and Adam Stallion. There have been some minor issues for the last few months because of the mask. In, people embarrassing Cypher over the mask and everything. And it's been coming off his face a few times, but no one has really seen him up until the end of the match. when they were having some more issues that could have cost them the match, Cypher, in the middle of this match, took off his mask. He took off his own mask and showed the world who he is. I swear I've seen him before.
Handsome motherfucker.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah, you know.
I was a little nervous on when Monster 747 took his mask off, but not a bad looking dude.
Man, if I had to choose between the two, I'd choose Cypher probably.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now, Metalhead, you better keep that fucking mask on because I haven't seen that. I don't know what's underneath it. My buddy's ugly as fuck.
I know what's underneath that, and that's pretty fucking ugly. Let me tell you. Ugh. That will replace the whale in my nightmares, that's for sure. But nonetheless, in the meantime, Cypher went to go chokeslam Tail Valentine and was very hesitant until he put the mask on Mateo and he chokeslammed him, and then they got the win. So they defeated Big Mood.
So is the Cypher maskless going forward, do you think, now?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
All right, we had the Ring of Destiny match, which essentially 15 competitors in a Royal Rumble type matchup.
Were you in this?
No. This one I could not politic my way into.
I gotcha.
And then the final four would then compete in a fatal four-way elimination matchup.
What's the CSW match that ends in a ladder match?
That was not CSW. That was Crash.
That's Crash Tested. What was that match?
That was the Heaven Through Hell. And it was very similar, except obviously the ladder match.
If Crash Tested never comes back, I think IPW should inherit that fucking match because that sounds pretty fucking cool.
Oh, I kind of want to either tell Rocket Pro or even CSW just take it. But I think they want to separate. I know CSW has a ladder match, eventually. Actually, I think one's coming up next month. So
I just think IPW would be a good one just because of obviously Rion works for IPW, Rion worked for Crash Tested Wrestling. We saw Jed, at IPW quite often. I just think if anyone was to inherit that match, it would be IPW.
It was a great concept. I mean, it was essentially it's almost like 3 stages of hell or whatever, but it was heaven on earth or whatever the fuck it was. Heaven through hell. Can't remember now. And I said it 5 minutes ago.
I think it's a cool concept. Like I said, if it is to show up anywhere else, if Crash Tested does not come back, I would like to see that match live on, and I think IPW would be a great place for it to live on through. So.
But so I guess I'll just run down the list of the competitors in the order that they came out.
Sure.
Obviously, first two, Jay Marston and Shane Boucher of the Haykeepers. 1 and 2, right there. Then it was Jack Valor, Eric Schultz, Eddie Grayson, Hans Carden, the Crab Man, FXB, Ryan Matthews, Marche Rocket All Day, Chris the Ugly Man Miller, Jax Johnson, Solomon Tupu, Shane Hollister of the Haykeepers, Russ Hamilton, and Steve Oz.
The Boz.
I feel so good.
I feel so young, yeah.
The final four, which was very interesting. Solomon Tupu, Jay Marston, Shane Hollister, and Shea Boucher.
Ooh, pick me. I think I know who won. I'm going to take a guess.
Who won?
I'm going to guess Solomon Tupu.
I'm going to go Boucher.
Pacman won.
Yes.
3 hate keepers on 1 Tupu. And Tupu won that match. But let's keep in mind, Marston and Boucher are actually on the outs right now. They haven't been getting along, if you will. So it was kind of not surprising that the hate keepers couldn't take out Tupu. Then we had the Hall of Fame induction, which was the Twin Turbos being inducted by Ripper Manson and I want to say Skull Manson, if that was the name. I can't remember. I just know it was part of the Manson family. So
I could send you to so many other people that give you that answer than that dude you're talking to right now, man.
They're part of the Brotherhood. That's all I know. But they were both Mansons. But one of them I knew for sure was Ripper Manson. I just not sure if I heard Skull Manson right.
Who was last year? Was that the Soul Touchers? Or was that
No,
2
that
years
was
ago?
Big Capri.
Big Capri was so Soul Touchers 2 years ago?
Well, it was Willie, not necessarily the Soul Touchers.
Oh, okay.
Just Willie. But the Soul Touchers were there, except for Jay Washington. But it's because he has a life out in California and he can never make it out. So
We should do a JFW Hall of Fame.
we should.
We should. We could put together like an event, have it at like a bar somewhere. I'll actually make plaques for yeah, we should do that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'll look into that. Why not? Why not? Why can't we have a fucking Hall of Fame? Why not?
Hey, why not?
Right? Look into that.
My vote is Kyle, first round. I shared popcorn with him, so him and I are okay now.
Yeah. He needs to learn. Kyle. The fourth mother box guy.
Oh, well, yeah. Dude, it's not like he's the only Kyle in this. I know 10 fucking Kyles who are better than that fucking Kyle. You can't just say Kyle. It's like, oh, him.
Yeah, he's the only one we talk about.
Not sharing popcorn with fucking Pacman.
Yeah, you shared popcorn with me.
There could have been fucking somebody at Rock Pro Wrestling named Kyle that I didn't know about. Maybe he met Kyle O'Reilly.
Could be. Or
Yeah,
Kyle
fucking A.
Fletcher.
I mean, you look at all these fucking available tickets for AEW shows, they could just handed him one for free. Like, hey, come to a show. Nah, it's okay. You get popcorn with Kyle O'Reilly. I guess so. See, it works.
That is true. That's fair.
Well, speaking of that, Kyle, the short guy, word of advice: less is more.
Right. Quality over quantity.
Yes.
You get more from less. Whatever one you're gonna need to fucking be happy.
Batman does not need to be in everything. Just saying.
Not even Spider-Man.
Why? Did he bitch about Batman not being in Penguin or something?
Yeah.
I'm just guessing because I know they recently talked about Penguin and
I'm just saying, spoiler alert, the bat signal was shown at the end.
That's all
It was
they
a
needed.
Batman story.
And that's all they needed. This story was about Penguin. Didn't need Batman showing up, especially when they're leading into the Batman 2. Less is more. Not everything needs to be about Batman. So go suck a poop through straw.
And I'll respectfully disagree with you, and we'll share with you popcorn again, hopefully soon.
you just said it like a weird, awkward friend.
Yeah, well, I'm not used to being nice to Kyle. It's kind of weird for me.
Yeah.
I'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah! I've been meaning to do that for 2 weeks.
Speaking of getting
Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of getting there, we had the women's title match. Missa Kate defeated Amina Belmont to retain the title, but Missa Kate did jump Amina before the match. Before the match officially started, they started fighting all over the place, all around the arena, even in my area. They even used my bell, my own personal bell that I ring for these shows. And they smacked each other's heads off of it. And I gave it a hug after. And I can't hear you.
What? Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah. I was more or less just, being with your compassion.
Cut out again.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think the problem is like if I turn this, I think it kind of fixes it, but I don't like it because it's not enough gain. I don't like it.
So you're more of a Donnie guy?
Good one. So a video package showed up during the match. Okay, so the match did officially start once they got in the ring. So we got that. A video package of some girl, I forgot the name. I think she'll be there next month. It escaped me, and it distracted Amina Belmont, and it allowed Missa Kate to get the win via a submission. Then we had a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Metro Division title. Quintero wins the first fall by disqualification because Iniestra hit Quintero with the belt. Then he went to go pin him. So Iniestra won the second fall. I guess that was good strategy. Who knows? Then, as the match was going on, the referee got knocked out. But then a new referee comes in.
Do you?
No.
No, he retired and then came back 6 days later.
Yep. Then retired again. You read it.
I did. It happens. So when we thought Iniestra won, we thought he, took the title back, but the other referee counted at the same time for Quintero. So now we have a situation we don't know who the champion is at that point. So general manager at the time, TJ Steele, came in and settled the issue and said in December there will be a TLC match between the two for the Metro Division title. Now, I mentioned TJ Steele, the general manager at the time. We finally had the conclusion of the election. Now, it turns out that the physical ballots got lost. Go figure. It happens, right?
I call election interference.
It could have been, or maybe someone did lose them. It would happen. Someone was in charge of them and they lost them. It happens.
That's probably one of those brass holes, as Steve would say.
Yeah, probably. So, ring announcer Wade asked the crowd by applause who should be GM. And it was pretty much unanimous at this point. We have a new general manager in Steve. So he's got his job back. So it's kind of weird how that happened.
Voice vote. Democracy work.
Somebody got their job back in an election. The irony.
So Steve stole the balance, huh?
He could have, but we don't know for sure. It is convenient that Stan Payne, who's been missing the last few months, returned and was back on commentary. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. I listened to the debate on the Power Hour. I would have voted for Steele.
Though I will say, I'm glad that Rian brought up gun control. That's an important issue facing this company.
That's true. I mean, in Chicago, you already got gun laws in place, but
Doesn't matter.
no, it doesn't. No, I see the news every weekend.
See the
It's like
news every
Pacman.
day.
You tell him to shut up, and he just doesn't do it.
Yeah, no, I don't listen. I just keep going.
That, my friends, is gun laws in Chicago.
Yeah, right. Mouth control does not exist with me.
So
Whoa,
first
what?
act.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
that
What?
sounded
What?
really, really bad.
Mouth control? What?
That sounded really. I mean, what else happened on CSW?
That's a contender for a show title. There we go.
Mouth
That
control.
is a contender for fucking show title right there. Pac-Man
Ben
has no
Beckley
mouth control.
or Ben McCoy lost mouth control.
God. Oh,
Oh,
That was not thought out.
yeah, no, if that's not the show title, that's definitely in the show notes. Excellent.
Oh,
New shirt coming to tpublic.com.
mouth control. Tom, get that one. Get that soundbite out. So first act by the new GM fired TJ on the spot. He fired him. He canned him.
That's kind of petty.
Yeah. I mean, maybe because TJ didn't fire Steve. So.
And the thing, too, is like he allowed Steve to keep his job. And also, he really didn't bother Steve that much. I don't know. I'm sure Steve has good reasons. Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, it's.
So, TJ, in the meantime, wanted his brass holes to, kick Steve out, even though it was impossible. Steve said, if you touch me, you're fired as well. And then he instructed the brass holes to carry out TJ. So they picked him up and they carried him out.
Oh, it's like the centaurs and Harry Potter. With Umbridge.
Then we had the cage match for the World Heavyweight title. Warhorse versus Conan Lycan. Hollister came out to interfere. Tupu stops him. Boucher comes out and takes out Tupu. Now Boucher then forced the outside referee to open the door to let him in the ring. Lycan then caught Boucher, beat the shit out of him. And then he did the unthinkable. He literally launched Boucher through the door into the crowd. Now, mind you, yes, the door was open. So he didn't hit through the actual door, just the doorway, I should say, and into the crowd. Fucking phenomenal. I think I was maybe 5 feet away from his landing.
Oh, I mean, at least you're out of the landing zone. That's good, man.
Yeah, that's all that matters. And then I pointed and laughed at him. And then Marston came out, and what we thought he was going to help Warhorse, he held the door open for Warhorse to escape, but then slammed it into Warhorse. And that allowed Conan Lycan to pick up the victory and become once again the CSW heavyweight champion. Then Tupu and Marston celebrated with Lycan.
Dude,
And
it sounds
that
like a season finale more than anything, brother.
Normally it would be, but it wasn't, because we will be back in December, as we have a lot of guests.
Oh yeah, who you got? They can't announce it yet.
No, they were announced.
They were
cool.
announced. There's a poster.
I gotta remember. Oh yeah, Kylie Ray, Matt Cardona,
Yeah.
a couple others that I just can't remember the names of, but they're all on the flyer. So
Who's coming, Pax?
Oh, what do we got? Let's see. That's a great question, Mr.
Oh, I
Krabs.
mean, you're bragging as if you knew.
Yeah, I knew of the two that he said, that Nubby said.
Oh, yeah.
But the rest of them, man, there's just so many that I need to figure out how to type with my thick thumbs.
and on top of all that, it's at a new venue.
Oh, yes, it will be in Elmwood Park.
Oh, they're like the CSW Tag Team Champions.
Holy shit, they got Steve Boz at CSW? He's on the poster.
How about that?
That's crazy. Man, you never know who's going to show up at CSW.
You never know who's.
You gonna say who's showing up, or you just gonna stare at the flyer?
Is that Hollywood Haley J from hit Netflix documentary Wrestlers? OVW Superstar?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Just seeing who else I can recognize on here. I see Quintero, I see Hades, I see Amina Belmont. Who else am I missing on here? Is there one other person?
Gringo Loco.
That's who I was looking at. All right, awesome. Well, check out CSW next month. What day is it? 13th?
The 13th. Friday the 13th again.
Friday the 13th. Yeah, there you go.
Crazy things happen on Friday the 13th.
Check out CSW at their new venue, Friday the 13th. All right, Nubby. Well, I hate for you to go back to back, but let's talk about Backbreaker Wrestling.
Okay,
Back
we can
to
do that.
Backbreaker, you might say.
Like the Brackbreaker.
Backbreaker. I can hardly eat words tonight. I'm doing my best.
Yeah, well, you lack mouth control, so. Just throwing out additional consonants and shit. I get it.
So, Backbreaker Wrestling returns this Saturday, November the 23rd.
Hold on. I want to see. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure you remember how to drink water. Go ahead.
I'm good with that. That piece of it I'm all right with.
Excellent. Yeah, I know. You had to think about it for a minute there. You're like, oh, wait, what do I do? Oh, yeah, lift up. Fucking killed it, brother. Backbreaker Wrestling, Nubby.
So, Backbreaker Wrestling presents Mega Clash 7.
The seventh one, you might
The
say.
seventh one. And it is at the Hildebrand Hall, 525 North Lafayette Street in Griffith, Indiana. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Bell time is 6 p.m. Pre-sale tickets available now at the Hammond Muffler and Creative Comics. $10 for adults, $8 for kids, 9 and under. At the door, however, the tickets are $12 for adults, kids are $10, and for 9 and under. And special note, concessions and tickets are cash only. All right. So Drex Odell will be taking on Cujo. For the tag team titles, it'll be D&D, the champions, taking on Bad and Big Flex Dave West. I think I know who that guy is, right?
Big Flexi.
It's the Genetti of the workhorses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Genetti.
No, I know I can't.
That's the guy who inspires to be the Genetti of the world.
Now I know I can no longer plug those shirts because I did listen and I did hear that that's no longer a thing. But I do want to say at least thank you for the muffins because I have a fresh set that just came in the other day.
Why can't you plug it anymore? Is that something I said?
You said that there's no more plugging of workhorses merch.
Oh, good.
I'm not able to talk about how people can buy that
until
on
they plug JFW.
ProWrestlingTees.com.
That's right.
I can't say that anymore.
I don't know what I said, but that sounds smart. Yeah, that's I mean, that's the thing. Like, when do they ever plug our shit? When do they ever promote our shit? And they can't even share a fucking podcast. They want to sit there and constantly plug their fucking shirts and shit? Why? Why? You fuckers. Idiots. Come on now.
So yeah, because Travis has asked me not to, I will no longer plug Workhorse's merch that people can buy on Brainbuster Tees and ProWrestlingTees.com. Well, no.
I mean, all I'm saying is all you gotta do is, tit for tat. All you gotta do. Share our shit, we'll share your shit. It's not that hard. Fucking dude, they're learning how to breathe with their fucking mouths closed. Sure, they can figure out how to use the share button. Oh, welcome back, Pacman.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Done being stupid, or where you at?
No, I was just saying that I'm gonna just respect your wishes. That's all I said.
Do what?
I would respect your wishes not to plug Workhorse merch that people can buy on Brainbuster.
He knew it was gonna happen. He knew it. Fucking knew it. He knew that was gonna happen again. Stupid.
Wasn't my fault. I didn't hack.
Motherfucker's gone for fucking 2 weeks.
I'm like Rion. I feel like Rion. Is this what Rion feels like?
Motherfucker's gone for 2 weeks. If you guess how this shit works.
Yeah, I tend to.
Yeah.
Ring rust.
Backbreaker
rust.
Jake Roan will be taking on Thomas Keith with King Bishop in his corner. Johnny Motley and the Punisher will be taking on Gabe the Brave and Billy the Kid. For the Brass Knuckles Championship, it'll be Chip Walker, the Brass Knuckles champion, taking on Dave Allen. And for the Heavyweight Championship, it'll be Richie Rothschild, the champion, taking on Pacman's favorite person, Dick Davis.
Oh, I like that guy. He's got moose-like qualities.
Loves Dick. Because we are huge supporters of professional wrestling, I will not disconnect you again. Go ahead and plug me.
Wait, what am I plugging? You broke up a little bit.
You can support the Workhorse merch. That's fine. We do want to support local independent wrestling. So, yes, buy my Brainbuster tees and all that shit. Go ahead.
So what you're telling me is I'm allowed to plug Workhorse's merch?
I just want to do it one more time. I just want to do it one more fucking time. I lie. I'm sorry. I don't tell you. I like lying. It makes me feel. It humanizes me. I don't know what to fucking tell. Fucking weird.
Yeah, how'd that happen? Nubby?
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry,
Come
I lied
on,
to you.
Nubby.
I'm sorry. I had to lie to you. No, go ahead. I promise I won't do it one more time.
Okay.
I won't.
So what you're saying is I can promote Workhorse's merch, which people can buy on Brainbuster Tees and ProWrestlingTees.com. Like, that's okay?
Yep. As long as they start promoting our shit, you continue to do so. And every time you promote them, they don't promote us, I get to kick you in the giblets.
They get to?
No, I get to.
Oh. Well, you're asking a lot of me, sir.
No, all you gotta do is encourage them to promote our shit as you promote their shit. And if they don't, I get to kick you in the giblets.
Workhorses, let me just lay this down for you, okay?
That's right.
Let me just explain what needs to happen. You can talk about JFW merch, which you can buy on tpublic.com. Do that, and I'll be able to have children and plug your merch and eat muffins.
Because one day,
I say this is a fair trade-off.
I think so too. Because one day Pacman would love to have sex, and when he does, he doesn't want to wear a condom. Why do that? His fucking dad did it at least twice.
True.
Yeah. Fucking hit his mom's rib cage and shit. And then fucking boom, here comes Danny and Patrick. Just saying. Fucking old man Ackerman climbing up on top of fucking Pacman's mother, gyrating a little bit, and bam! 9 months later, this idiot pops out.
Better idiot.
Pacman would like to do the same.
There you go.
Prevent him being kicked in the giblets. Just share the podcast. You don't even have to buy my merch. I don't give a fuck. Share the fucking podcast. Do for us what we do for you. Even when you're jackasses. Even when we talk about you, it's still something. Right, Pax? Right, Nubs?
That is true.
Something. Yeah, idiots. At least two of you will hear this. The goofy one who probably doesn't realize the difference between a cousin and a third cousin is really a fan of the show, and that's fine. You know why he doesn't wear sleeves?
Why is that?
He doesn't want to get caught in them.
Oh, treated. Sorry. I know I plugged your merch and all, but that was a certified treated moment.
Treated. Backbreaker, Nubby.
Well, that was the lineup so far. More matches could be added as the week goes on or the day up. That is Backbreaker Wrestling Mega Clash 7 at the Hildebrand Hall, 525 North Lafayette Street, Griffith, Indiana. Doors open 5:30 p.m. Bell time about 6 p.m.
And Backbreaker's on Facebook. So
they're on Facebook.
Yeah, so follow them if you need any further updates and everything, because by the time we talk about them next, we'll have results.
That we will.
IPW packs, what we got?
Yes, we got IPW Sunday, November 24th at the VFW Hall, Post 311 at 22341. Governor's Highway in Richton Park. Doors open at 1. Showtime starts at 2. General admission is $15 and kids 10 and under just $10. You know what you can get for this amount of money as well? Special guest host all day, Marche Rocket. Host of the show, which he had cashed in last month after a confrontation with his opponent at this show, Mr. Drew Bronson. If you're not familiar with Drew Bronson, you might remember him as Hot Rod Daddy Andy in a different life. So this is a match that is definitely going to be interesting to see, especially with Drew's change in attitude. We also have for the IPW Alternative Championship, IPW Alternative Champion Corey McHenry will take on Wade Evans of the Workhorses. We will also have the Emerge Heavyweight Championship on the line once again, as Paragon will take on DISCO, Disco Ray, as well as a triple threat match for the number 1 contendership to the Second City Championship between John Paul.
You know you could say disco in the tune to bingo?
Now you know. See? I was doing it more like the Bee Gees, but now that I think about it.
DISCO, 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 and disco wasn't
Israel. Hey.
There we go. All you idiot marks out there, enjoy.
Even if your name is Bob and you're a mark, and that's fine.
Who's the idiot that sits in the front row at IPW?
I'd sit in the front row at IPW.
No, the other idiot.
Oh, that narrows it down.
The opinionated one. His name
Richard.
There you go.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
And for those of you who didn't know and thought Richard just like Nubby did, you know he's an idiot.
What we have for the Second City number 1 contendership.
Well, one could argue Chad goes to these shows as well.
Oh yeah, well fucking yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if he gets a ride,
pants and fucking Crocs and shit.
And if he gets a ride, Santino.
Someday he'll get his match against Mr. No, I don't know what if he will or won't.
I hope Chad is at Sunday's show because I kind of want to sit close enough to him to where he can hear me. I just want to boo him.
So we also have for the number 1 contendership to the Second City Championship, Jean-Paul Le Miserable, the Mime, versus D'Angelo Steele versus Sean Danger. In addition, I feel like there is one more match that was announced, and I don't know if I dreamed it or not. Please tell me if I am correct, Nubby. Was there some with Nick Diamond on this show? Because I vaguely remember seeing a poster, but for some reason I can't find it.
So he does have a poster out there. His ugly face is on the poster. But it just says Junior Heavyweight Champion Nick Diamond.
Oh, we also have a non-title match with hold on, Marcelo Spade and Adonis Allen, non-title. Nick Diamond Jr. Heavyweight Gauntlet.
Oh, so there's the gauntlet. You forgot the
Yes.
word gauntlet.
It is a gauntlet match. Just seeing what else do we got here.
In a gauntlet.
Nope, I got them all.
Gauntlet.
I know one thing.
What's that?
I'm not in the match.
Aren't you?
You gonna be there? I know,
I
yeah.
don't know.
He's Bill Shelleying us.
I'm gonna have to call Marche Rocket. That's all I'm gonna say.
Travis, you going?
I plan to be there. I left Sunday open. I'm feeling healthy. You know, I'm hoping that my excitement into wrestling resurfaces. You know, I got this whole weekend chock full of fucking wrestling. Yeah, my plan is to be there, just so I can boo Chet.
Very good. I should be there.
I'm sure you'll see him Saturday to boo him. So
Yeah, that's true. He'll
That
be there
is true. You
fucking
could do that
yeah.
there too.
with his stupid ass fanny pack. Yeah.
Like, think about it, Travis. You got 2 days where you could boo Ched.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, based on last IPW show, there's a possibility they could have an impromptu post morning after show. I'd love to see my, longest reigning 3-time SCW heavyweight champion, BFF for life, Max Holiday, 2 nights in a row.
There you go.
Yep.
And that was IPW. Again, this is taking place this Sunday, the 24th, at the VFW Hall, Post 311, 22341 Governor's Highway in Richton Park. Doors open up at 1. Showtime starts at 2. General admission is $15. And kids 10 and under, you are just $10 dues.
$10
dues.
That's what I heard.
Yep.
And it is time for the main event of the podcast.
All right, guys. This Saturday, SCW presents Feast or Famine. We are back at the Shaban Civic Center. That is this Saturday, November 23rd, 180 West 1st South Street in Shaban, Illinois. High Voltage will kick off the show at 6 p.m. with the main card starting at 7 p.m. Front row seats are available for $20, or general admission will be $15. High Voltage, Nubby will be taking on Robert Cashmere. I got it. That's right. Be excited.
Man,
You
Nubby
are.
just can't contain himself right now.
No, you get to beat the shit out of somebody who thinks he's better than other people. You do.
And just imagine, as long as I don't jinx myself, let me knock on wood here. At the last time I wrestled this guy, I was injured. I did have a bit of a back injury. So I was fighting through pain and suffering and a lot of stuff. Like, it was so bad that I had to have someone tie my shoes. That's how bad it was. And yet, I still beat this guy. Now imagine a healthy turtle beating this guy up.
Be exciting. So, Turtle, you'll be taking on Robert Cashmere. Freiberg will be facing Tommy Gunn.
Oh, Freiberg is back?
Freiberg is back, yeah. Freiberg is back. I wasn't sure if he was going to be there or not, after getting his ass handed to him by Schultz. But Freiberg is making a return. He'll be taking on Tommy Gunn. I know Tommy's been looking forward to the matchup with Freiberg. Dallas Calloway is going to be taking on Parka. And Chaos will be defending the title against the Sheik. I did mention that something was happening you weren't going to be happy with. I feel I can mention it now. I don't know how he did it. I don't know who he talked to. It's not my call. This is main roster shit. But Freiberg's going to have a talk show or a segment or whatever you want to call it. It's called the Court of Last Resort. Not quite sure what the premise is of it, how it's going to work. I was just informed to announce it, to let everyone know, there's going to be a debuting segment called Court of Last Resort, hosted by Warren C. Freiberg III, Esquire. That's the thing that's happening. It's your flat top, buddy, man. This ain't me. It's called flat top.
Flat top. What the fuck is the matter with you? We have to talk.
I was worried at first. I thought maybe you're having mouth control problems.
Oh no, I was gonna say what the fuck.
There we go. Okay.
Here I am fighting to get on the main roster. And then this jackass gets his own talk show on the main show?
Court of Last Resort. Court of Last Resort, yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know what Flat Top's doing. I don't know what stroke or pull or in Pacman's case, tug that he has, but yeah, we're gonna see a new segment happen, Feast or Famine, as Freiberg debuts Court of Last Resort.
Little fun fact, just because it made me think of it. Back in my days of being a dumbass backyarder, I had my own segment. It was called the Pimp Palace.
Of course it did. Of course that's what it was.
All right, move on.
Hold on a second. I want to sink in for a minute because I do have a follow-up question. Actually, I got two follow-up questions. How many episodes of the Pimp Palace was there?
There might have been 3.
Okay. Who was the most famous guest that you had on Pimp Palace? Or most well-known indie guy that you had on the Pimp Palace? There we go.
I'm pretty, you know what? No, it's funny. I think if we're going that route, the only technically indie guy that had any kind of indie wrestling professional training that was in the segment, I think it was Tom. I think.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't remember.
Tom, if you made this far into the show, I want you to talk about on the next episode of the Fourth Mother Box your Pimp Palace fucking interview.
I think I may have had just 3. It might have been just 1 at that point. I don't know. But I remember having it.
The point is, Tom was there.
He was there. He knows all about it.
Tom was a guest on Pimp Palace, and I would like to hear that story on the Fourth Mother Box.
We need to bring that segment to Rocket Pro. I don't care if you're a turtle now, but you're.
I think that needs to be somewhere. Yeah. Even if I give you a whole fucking new playlist on fucking the JFW YouTube channel, the Pimp Palace, and you just sit down and interview people as the primetime pimp.
Yep.
I'm on board.
Ooh, it could be the prime turtle pimp.
All right, we'll get you some bedazzled shirts and shit.
Pimpin' ain't easy.
I had a pretty bedazzled shirt.
I bet you did.
I bought it at Spencer's, but nonetheless, it was pretty bedazzled.
PTP, bro. PTB. Okay. Anyways, some of the matches that are announced, we're going to see the SCW Women's Championship put on the line as current champion Crystal Carmichael. She beat the Amazon. She'll be taking on Renee Van Peebles. So Renee gets an opportunity to win her title back to become a 2-time SCW Women's Champion. There's only been 2 of those. One, Amazon, and the other one was Angel. We're going to see Matt Dwar, current bat holder, going to be taking on JPH. We're going to see the SCW Tag Team Championship on the line as the Urban Legends will be defending their titles against the Torture Killers. James Creed will be putting his SCW Heavyweight Championship on the line against Moondog Murray. From my knowledge, I believe this is Moondog's debut match in SCW. So, be awesome to see him come down and try to take the title away from this jackass. My best friend, longest reigning SCW, 3-time SCW heavyweight champion, Max Holiday, will be stepping in the ring against Eric Schultz. Benny Vargas will be putting his Genesis Championship on the line against Apex. Apex wants to go after singles gold since he wasn't able to claim tag gold with JPH. Obviously, we saw the beatdown from last month. Clearly, there's some issues happening there, but Apex is moving forward, and he'll be taking on Benny Vargas for the Genesis title. And that's Feast or Famine. It's coming this Saturday to the Shaban Civic Center. Follow SCW over on Facebook for all the information in case you guys need to actually, write it down because you can't comprehend what I'm fucking saying, whatever. And if I didn't have one more thing to talk about, we would have hit that fucking 90 minutes like I predicted. But there is one more thing I wanted to talk about. I asked you guys to remind me of it, but I didn't need you to remind me of it because I remembered it. I want to talk about Leslie Michelle, or Leslie La Muneca, as I remember, or I was introduced. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm familiar.
Well, you
Oh.
should be.
You should be. So, Leslie posted this on Facebook, and I'm just going to read her post. So you guys know exactly what's going on. And this was posted, I guess, earlier this week, earlier at the end of last week. So she writes, "Dear fans, workers, bookers, and family, this post saddens me, and even now writing it, I feel like I'm letting most of you down. Today it has been confirmed that I must step away from wrestling for a while. I know I will return one day, but for now I have to listen to the doctor. I did it once before, and it had gotten worse over time. And my wrestling year of 2024 was not expected to end the way I wanted to. But unfortunately, I have to be having spine surgery on December 2nd. As far as my current fourth wall wrestling women's championship, the best thing was to relinquish the championship, although as much as I did not want to, but I know and believe that they will find a suitable champion because, believe it or not, we have the talented women in our division. We have talented women in our division that will be able to take over until I come back. Most of you know my love of wrestling was huge, and it was something that no one could push me away from because it's something I love and cherish. It's saved me from the darkest part of my life. I have a small family built through wrestling, especially since I started training at Vic Capri's The Ice Pick Academy. I want to thank everyone who has believed in me and pushed me to get where I am today. Love you all so much. This is not goodbye. It's more. I'll see you soon." For those who believe wrestling's fake, fuck yourselves. For those who believe wrestlers don't get hurt, fuck yourselves. Because that sucks. Because I've only seen very few matches that she did, and they were SCW. But obviously, she wrestled Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, everywhere. So spine surgery is no joke. I think it's smart that she's getting it taken care of rather than trying to get through it. It just sucks. It sucks when that shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can't remember the girl's name. She used to wrestle in ARW and SCW. Fucking powerhouse girl.
Melanie Cruz.
No. But she teamed with Melanie. She's from I think she's from out east, like New York or something. I just can't remember her name. I think she had to recently retire because of back issues.
Oh, Casey Dillon?
Yeah. I think she had back problems and she ultimately had.
Oh, yeah.
So Shawn Michaels, he retired, because of back problems, but he did eventually come back. So, I mean, I hope for the best for Leslie, but it just sucks that happened.
Yeah. At least she's young enough to where she can take that time and then restart. A lot of us say right now, if I were to do some kind of surgery, if I needed it, I probably wouldn't be able to come back. I'm at that point where I could just stop wrestling. I'm not going to, no matter how many times people tell me I should, but I don't need to. She wants to fix her issues, and I think that's the best way to go. Do it now.
So while she's gone, make sure you guys check out all of her matches. They're all on YouTube and stuff like that. Keep supporting her. As wrestling fans, that's the best thing you do is keep her remembered until she returns. As far as anything else wrestling related, you guys got anything you want to talk about, bring up, discuss?
I got nothing.
I'm good.
If you guys haven't got a chance yet, check out the Limit Order over on the LIM YouTube channel. About an hour. Max is wearing sandals. Other than that,
that's the biggest takeaway from that.
That's the biggest thing, yeah.
I wasn't wearing anything else. I wasn't like in a kangaroo costume at one point.
Here's what I can tell you. I'm gonna break down, just like I did with the podcast. I'm gonna break down the fucking court in the simplest form. He almost lost marbles while trying to count marbles. Schultz enjoys swings. Pax is wearing fucking sandals. Somehow, foolery is Southern. And, yeah, Pax is in a kangaroo outfit.
It was and it had a Joey in it.
Oh, and this entire time there was money underneath a beer can that no one saw until the very end. Here we go. Now go spend an hour watching it because there's a bunch of different things inside of that where Schultz destroys Double J in the court. Fucks him up.
And Rion Skills was a witness as well.
And even Rion didn't know what he was fucking doing when he got up there. Just like Tyson in that match against Jake Paul, Rion didn't know what he was fucking doing. He's like, well, I guess I'm just here. I'm assuming he got paid in what I can assume is a decent hot dog from the fucking hot dog stand.
Hot diggity dogs.
Funny. Check it out. It's over on the YouTube channel, the LIM Loving Thoughts Game Man's YouTube channel. Who's on the Power Hour this week? Braun?
That would be Braun
the Lumberjack.
USA Hole?
Mm-hmm.
USA Hole.
Not really from America. He wasn't born here. Per Canadad. I watched the show finally on YouTube. That wasn't there.
This should be an interesting show because when Braun's involved, all hell breaks loose.
I'm more curious on how much he talks about.
The what?
That'd be intriguing. His business. I want him to talk about current business. I can talk about his history. I want him to talk about his opinion of what's going on today in wrestling. I want to hear it. See what happens.
We don't.
I want to hear it.
We're gonna get it.
Oh yeah, we're not doing it.
No,
that's over there.
I'm just saying, like, in the whole, like, out in the world, we're getting Braun the Lumberjack talking about something that pisses him off.
Yeah.
As long as they don't mention CM Punk, that's all I know.
You're putting Braun on a podcast that doesn't know how to edit the podcast. So that shit's gonna happen. Shit me show. Boom. Shit me fan.
I mean, it's not the first time Steve has had Braun the Lumberjack on his show, but the last time that happened, it was in person, and Steve ended up with cake in his face.
It will be interesting to see. And that'll be over on the Power Hour YouTube channel or Steve Aaron's Facebook. Also, check out the Fourth Mother Box and Jedi Talk. They're over there with Tom and either Kyle or the other fools. Depending on which show you listen to. Check all that shit out. Check out anything Free Next Studios. Make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching Just Freakin Wrestling or the JFW Podcast. Continue to listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts, or if you want to watch, do so over at the JFW YouTube channel. That's all I got.
Maximus Orion is a douchebag, and I believe we can.
I agree that Maximus Orion is acting like a douchebag and is a douchebag. And we can ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travis T.
And I am the faction slayer, Nubby, the amazing turtle, Cowabunga.
And as sometimes I am Pacman. And shut up, Santino, because I haven't said that in a while.
And thank you for listening to an episode of Just Freak Wrestling. W.